Hello students, welcome to all your scholar classes. So today I will be taking the fourth chapter from class 8 science. The name of the chapter is materials, matters and non-matters. Okay. So today in this part, that is the part 1 of this chapter, I will be discussing about the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Okay. So if you see matter are of two forms. Okay. Two forms are, one is the pure substance and the other one is a mixture. Fine. And if you divide pure substance further, you will get to know that pure substance are either element or they can be a compound. Okay. So if we talk about element, what is element? Element is made up of one type of atom. Okay. Element is made up of one type of atom. अब ये वन टाइप ऑफ एटम का क्या मतलब हुआ? एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं, आयरन, Fe से डिनोट करते हैं आयरन को. इफ वी टॉक अबाउट आयरन, आयरन की नेल लीजिए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ वी टेक आयरन नेल, दिस इज आयरन नेल. इफ यू टेक इट, दिस आयरन नेल इज मेड अप ऑफ मेनी एटम्स ऑफ आयरन. ओके. आयरन के बहुत सारे एटम्स हैं, तो एटम का टाइप क्या हुआ? वन. एक ही टाइप का एटम है. कौन सा? आयरन. सारे एटम आयरन के बने. एंड इफ वी टॉक अबाउट कंपाउंड, दे आर मेड अप ऑफ टू और मोर टाइप ऑफ एटम्स. ओके. टू और मोर टाइप ऑफ एटम. Okay, example, let's take table salt. So table salt is made up of what? NaCl. Table salt means NaCl. तो क्या मतलब हुआ? सोडियम और क्लोरीन दो तरह के एटम से बना है. It is made up of two types of atom. The one is the sodium atom and the other one is a chlorine atom. So compound is made up of two or more than two atoms, whereas element is made up of only one atom. Now if you further classify elements, elements can be classified as metals and non-metals. Okay? So in this topic here we shall be discussing about them only. So let's start with the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Okay, I hope this must be clear to you that how this pure substance is divided into element and compound, and element is further divided into metals and non-metals. Okay, so elements can be classified as metals and non-metals on the basis of their properties. Okay, so they have a different properties. Metals have some different properties, non-metals have some different properties. So today we shall be discussing with the physical properties of both metal and non-metals. Okay, so metals can be lustrous, they are malleable, ductile, and a good conductor of heat and electricity. They are solid at room temperature except mercury, which is a liquid. Okay, so let's discuss about the property one by one. Okay, so the first very property is a metallic luster. Okay, the first property luster का क्या मीनिंग हुआ कि in a pure form, if you are going to see any metal in its pure form, it is going to be very shiny surface. The surface is going to be very shiny surface. किसी भी मेटल के आप प्योर फॉर्म में अगर उसको देखते हैं तो वो बहुत ही शाइनिंग सरफेस होगा उसका। इसी प्रॉपर्टी को मेटल की इसी प्रॉपर्टी को हम क्या बोलते हैं? मेटलिक लस्टर। ओके, दैट प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ अ मेटल इज कॉल्ड एज मेटलिक लस्टर, मींस द शाइनिंग सरफेस ऑफ अ प्योर metal. Okay, so metallic luster is a property of a metal that defines the amount of light that reflects off the metal. कोई भी metal है, for example, suppose iron is there, so it is going to reflect some light. Okay, reflect of light. So this amount of light that is going to be reflected away from the surface of a metal is called as metallic luster. Okay? So you can perform an activity in which you can take some of the samples of iron you take, copper, and then you can take aluminum and magnesium. Okay, so these samples you can take. Now see their surface. Okay, see how they appear, how they look. Clean it by rubbing it with a sandpaper. Just rub it with a sandpaper and then note their appearance. Okay, you have seen it before rubbing with sandpaper. Now just rub it and see their appearance. What you are going to see that they become more shiny. Why they become more shiny? This is because of the metallic luster property. Okay, so this is an activity which can prove that metals are metallic luster. Okay, then the next property of a metal is that they are generally hard. They are generally hard. The surface of metals are generally hard. The hardness varies from metal to metal. Some metals may be very hard, some may be a bit harder. Okay, so for this also you can again do activity. Take again iron, copper, aluminum and magnesium and you can cut these metals. Just try to cut it with a sharp knife and note the observation. Suppose this is a iron nail and if you want to cut this iron with a knife, is it possible for you to cut it? No. Why? Because iron is a metal and metals are hard. Okay? So you cannot cut these metals very easily. Okay? You can't cut them easily, but you can cut the non-metals which are not hard, that are soft. You can cut them easily. Okay? And the third property is malleability. Okay, third property is malleability of a metal. Okay, you must have seen goldsmith or ironsmith. What they do? They just hammer the different materials. Blacksmith, you must have seen that they keep on beating iron pieces or an article made up of iron, like spade is there, shovel is there, or axe is there. So when they beat them by a hammer, do you find any difference? This experiment you can do at your home also, just take an iron nail and beat it gently with a hammer. See what is going to happen. You will see that the shape of the iron nail or any other material like aluminum and all will change on beating. If you beat them, they are going to be flattened. Flat दिखेगा पूरा आपको. So metals can be beaten into thin sheets. Okay, if you hammer on a metal, they can be made in a thin sheet. So this property of a metal is called malleability. Means they can be made into thin sheets. Okay. Okay. So if you beat them harder, even more harder, and they are definitely going to be changed into a sheet. Okay. You must have seen silver foil used in making sweets, or even you must have seen the aluminum foil which is used at your home for packing food. Okay. So what are they? They are just the aluminum sheets because they have been hammered so that they have been made into thin sheet. Okay. So this is a very good property of metals. Other examples you can see gold and silver. You must have seen are the most malleable metal. Okay. Gold and silver are the most malleable metal. They are made into the sheets on beating. You must have seen that gold jewelries and silver jewelries are there. So how is it possible to make them? Because of this property only, that is a malleability property. Okay. So the fourth property of a metal is ductility. Okay. What does this ductility indicates from the name? Can you guess? So if we talk about ductility, the ability of the metal to be drawn into thin wires. Metals can be drawn into thin sheets and even into thin wires. So this property of a metal which makes it to be drawn into a thin wires is called ductility. Okay. So gold is the most ductile element, or gold is the most ductile metal. Wire of 2 km length can be drawn from 1 gram of gold. 2 km length का वायर हम बना सकते हैं 1 ग्राम के गोल्ड से. Okay, so it is because of their malleability and ductility that metals can be made in different shapes as per the name. So gold, silver, you have seen that they are made up of different shapes. So where do you find the use of aluminum and copper wires at your home? Can you guess? Where do you see them? Have you seen them at your home? So you must have seen that in the wiring, in the electric wiring, they are used. Okay. So aluminum, copper, iron are stainless steel and are commonly used as a metals for cooking also. Okay. So you must have seen in the kitchen that your mother either uses aluminum utensils or a copper or iron or a stainless steel. Okay. So metallic vessels are made from a narrow range of metals. Okay. So all these metallic vessels are made from the narrow range of metals. They transmit heat easily, ensuring that the food has been cooked faster. Okay. जब आप उसको गैस पे रखते हो इन बर्तनों को तो हीट बहुत जल्दी गर्म हो जाते हैं ये बर्तन और बहुत जल्दी हीट ट्रांसफ़र होती है उसमें और जो खाना होता है वो बहुत ही जल्दी कुक हो जाता है. ओके. सो आयरन, कॉपर और अल्युमिनियम के तो वायर्स भी अवेलेबल हैं और बिकॉज ऑफ दिस malleability metals, as we know that they have different shapes, and metals are also good for making various items like cooking utensils, car body, wardrobes are also there, jewelries, etc. Because of their ductility property, they can be drawn into a thin wires. Okay. So next we will be seeing that the metals are a good conductor. Okay, so metals are good conductor of heat. Good conductor of heat, and they have a high melting point. Okay, they are a good conductor of heat and they have a high melting point. So the best conductor of heat are silver and gold. So sorry, silver and copper. They are the best conductor of heat. They conduct best heat. Okay. So lead and mercury are comparatively poor conductor of heat. Okay. If we talk in metals, copper and silver are the best, whereas lead and mercury are the poor conductor. Okay. So for this we can do an experiment. In that you can take aluminum and copper wire. First you take a clamp wire, okay, and fix a free end of it with a wax. Okay, you just take this and here you put some wax, fix it with a wax, and from here you give a burner, heat it. Okay, so and wires you have taken, either you take of aluminum or copper wire you take. Okay, so heat this wire in which the at one end that wax is being fitted. So you just heat that one. You will see that when you heat it, how this clamp is going to be heated. What you are going to see that this metal wire becomes hot, and therefore the wax will fall down. Okay, the wax will start melting at the free end and the pins will fall down. This proves that metal is a good conductor of heat because ये जो आपका wax है ये कैसे क्यों hot हुआ? Because of this wire. ये metal wire जो थी, metallic wire वो hot हुई, उसने wax को hot किया और wax जो है drop down होना शुरू हो गई. Okay, so the wire will not melt despite having attained a high temperature. ये hot तो हुआ, heat का conduction हुआ, heat का conduction यहाँ से जाके wax तक हुआ, but ये melt नहीं हुआ. क्यों नहीं melt हुआ? क्योंकि metals की क्या property है? They have a high melting point. High melting point है, इसलिए वो melt नहीं हुआ. High heat पे भी वो resistant रहा, it is not going to melt. So gallium and cesium have a very low melting point. The two metals, that is a gallium and cesium, they have a low melting point, whereas other metals they have a high melting point. Okay, some of them have exceptions also. So we have seen that they are a good conductor of heat. Now we shall be seeing that they are a good conductor of electricity also. Okay. So metals are a good conductor of electricity. ठीक है, अब इलेक्ट्रिसिटी के गुड कंडक्टर है, ये कैसे शो होगा? Let's prepare a setup for it. We will set up an electric circuit like this. That here you take a battery. Okay, एक बैटरी लेके और यहाँ पे एक बल्ब को कनेक्ट करते हैं. A bulb. Okay, and what you have to do that you just take the wires connected with a switch. Here will be a switch. Okay, and in between the wires what you need to do, you have to insert these are the two clips, okay, and in between you have to insert the sample you want to check for the conduction of heat and electricity, okay. इन दोनों के बीच में हम यहाँ पे जो गैप में है यहाँ पे इंसर्ट करेंगे सैंपल को, that has to be checked, okay. So we need to place a metal to test that it is a good conductor of electricity, okay. So between the terminals, here you can name it or terminal A and terminal B. So between them we need to keep a sample, and to see that what does it indicate, we will see that when we keep a metal in between these two terminals, the bulb is going to glow. This indicates that metal inserted between the terminal, this A and B, has conducted electricity. Because of that metal, the electricity has been conducted and the bulb is glowing. If you don't put a sample of a metal here, the electricity will, the bulb is not going to glow. So the metals are an excellent conductor of electricity and heat, as we have seen, heat also and electricity. Why is it so? What happens in them? Because the atoms in the metal form a matrix through which the outer electrons are very free to move. Okay? So जो outer electrons होते हैं metals में वो free to move होते हैं. So they just are so mobile that they just move away just for conducting heat and electricity. Okay? So instead of orbiting their respective atoms, they form a sheet of electrons that surround the positive nuclei of the interacting metal ions. Okay? So you must have observed that iron rod or Ni and copper wires are good conductor, while sulfur peas or a copper are poor conductors. So coal is a poor conductor because coal is a non-conductor. Okay. So this was about the conduction. Now the seventh and very important property of metal is that metal are sonorous. Okay, metals are sonorous. So what does this mean? That metals are sonorous. It means that when they strike on a hard surface, these metals, they produce a sound. Or when you hit it, when you throw any of the metal on a ground, they are going to show some type of sound. Suppose this is an iron nail. If I throw it in a ground, you can hear some kind of sound in that. So what's basically that? Or if you just do like this, you will hear some sound. So what's that? Okay? This is because metals are sonorous. They give some noise, they give some sound. So you must have seen in a school when bell is stuck. Okay? जब आपकी छुट्टी होती है तो स्कूल में बेल बजती है या मॉर्निंग में बेल बजती है, तो बेसिकली क्या होता है उसमें क्या होता है कि metals they vibrate. Okay? Atoms of the metals they vibrate. The things made up of metal produce a ringing sound when struck hard. Okay? You will never see at your home also you can see that if you take a spoon and just beat your bowl and anything, you will see a sound. A sound is coming. What's that? It is because metals are sonorous. Actually, if you tackle also, if you will go, you will see that either it's of copper or some metal is used for a bell. You will never see that a wood bell is there. Wood is a bad conductor. Sorry, wood is a non-metal, so उसका तो कभी कोई bell नहीं बन सकती है because it is not going to produce any sound. Only metals are going to produce a sound. So metals have delocalized electrons within their structure. What they have? They have a delocalized electron within their structure. So when they are hit, when you hit a metal, the cloud of electrons move easily. When you hit metal, the clouds of the electrons they start moving easily. This is that a little energy is dissipated. Okay, this allows the incoming kinetic energy to propagate as a form of a wave, and when this wave is formed, a sound is produced. Okay, so we can say that metals are sonorous, whereas non-metals are not. So if we talk about the state of matter in which metal is present, so metals are mostly solid in state. Okay, the 8th point of a metal is that metals are generally solid in state. Okay, so metals are usually available in solid state at room temperature. If we see metals at room temperature, they are in solid state. But there is an exception of a mercury which is liquid at room temperature. This is only a metal that is liquid at room temperature. Okay, so this was about metals. We have seen that different properties of metals. We have seen how these materials, all those materials which possess these properties are generally called metals. That is, they have a metallic luster property, means they are shiny in nature. They had a hard surface. Malleability property they have, means they can be made into a thin sheet. Ductility property they have, means they can be made into a thin wire. They are a good conductor of heat and have a high melting point, means at high temperature also they do not melt. Good conductor of electricity, and metals are sonorous, and metals are generally solid state. So all those materials that possess these properties are called as metals. But we all know that there are some exceptions in everything. Science is just full of exceptions. So there are some exceptions with some of the metals, okay, which are although metal, but they have some of the properties of these that are missing. Okay, so we shall be seeing those metals. If we talk about alkali metals, so what are alkali metals? Alkali metals are like lithium is there, okay, sodium and potassium. Okay, so these are lithium, sodium and potassium. They are metal, but they are soft. But you have read that a metal is hard. So this is the exception. Lithium, sodium and potassium, they are a soft metal. This is the exception. They can be cut by a knife, as I have already told you that they are so hard that you cannot cut them. But these exceptions, that is lithium, sodium and potassium, they can be cut by a knife because these are exceptions. Next comes that I have already told you that they have a high melting point. But again there is an exception. There is a gallium and cesium are two metals, those who have low melting point. They are not having high melting point. Then metals are generally solid state. Still there is an exception. Metal में कौन सी metal है? Mercury is the only metal that is liquid in state at room temperature. Okay. So this was all about the properties of a metal. Now we shall be discussing about the properties of a non-metal. I have also given you the exceptions like lithium, sodium and potassium, which are soft instead of hard. Then cesium and gallium have a low melting point. If you keep them on your palm, they will just melt. इतनी low melting point होती है कि आपके palm की गर्मी से वो melt हो जाएंगे. ओके, और एक एक्सेप्शन हमारा मर्करी का है, जो कि मेटल्स जो है कि सॉलिड स्टेट में होते हैं, बट मर्करी जो है कि लिक्विड स्टेट में. ओके, सो नाउ लेट्स सी अबाउट द नॉन मेटल्स. So now we should see the physical properties of non-metals. Okay. So if we compare metals and non-metals, we will see that non-metals are very few. These non-metals, they are very few as compared to metals. in future, in further classes, when you are going to study in the periodic table, you will see that the left side of the periodic table is full of metals and the right side corner few are there that are non-metals. Okay, and some of these elements they have a properties between metals and non-metals. Means कि उनकी कुछ properties metals की होती है, कुछ प्रॉपर्टीज उनके पास नॉन मेटल्स की होती है. तो वैसे एलिमेंट्स को हम क्या बोलते हैं? मेटलॉइड्स. दे आर कॉल्ड मेटलॉइड्स. ओके, सो एलिमेंट्स कैन बी मेटल्स, नॉन मेटल्स, और चूंकि we are studying the properties of metals and non-metals, so metalloids are those elements which have some properties of metals and other of non-metals. So they are also described separately in a periodic table. Okay, so non-metals are very few as compared to metals. Metals are more in number. So you have seen so many properties of metals. Now accordingly we will be discussing the properties of non-metals so that you can get the difference also how these metals and non-metals are differentiated. Some of the examples of non-metals I will be giving to you. That is, a carbon is there, sulfur is there, okay, iodine, oxygen, hydrogen. These are non-metals. Coal is there. Okay, so coal and graphite is a form of a carbon only. Okay, so non-metals are either solid or gas, but still there is an exception of bromine, which is liquid. Okay. So non-metals have physical properties like metals. Let's see what physical properties these non-metals have. Okay. So the first thing about metal, we have seen that they have a metallic luster, means they have a shiny surface. Okay. And in case of non-metals, non-metals do not have a shiny surface. Which surface they have? They have a rough surface. Okay? They have a rough surface. They do not have a shiny surface. But still there is a, if you see non-metals like coal is there, pencil is there, they all have a rough surface. Sulfur has a rough surface, but there is a one exception, that is of iodine, which has a shiny surface, which is not a property of non-metal, but a non-metal iodine has a shiny surface. Okay. Now second thing is about hardness. So these metals, they are very hard, but the non-metals are not hard. Either they are moderate or they are not hard. Okay. So carbon, coal is moderate in hardness, okay, but sulfur, iodine, they are not hard. Okay. Next property is malleability, means these metals they can be converted into thin sheets, but non-metals are non-malleable. Okay. Non-metals are non-malleable. They can't be converted into thin sheets. Okay, non-metal is a non-malleable. They can't be converted into thin sheets. Then comes ductility, that metals can be converted. They can be made into thin wires, but non-metals are non-ductile. They are not ductile. They are not ductile. Okay, so you must be seeing that how this metal is just opposite of non-metal, or non-metal is just opposite of metal. Okay, so metals are a good conductor of heat and they have a high melting point. But if we talk about non-metals, they are not a good conductor of heat, means they are good insulator. They are a good insulator and they have a low melting point. Okay. Non-metals do not conduct electricity, do not conduct heat. They are insulators and they have a low melting point. Metals are a good conductor of electricity. Non-metals do not conduct electricity. Okay. Next is that metals are sonorous, non-metals are non-sonorous. They do not produce sound when you hit them. They are non-sonorous. They do not produce sound when you hit them. And the last thing is that metals are solid in state. Non-metals are mostly non-metals की अगर बात करें तो वो क्या होते हैं? They are either solid or gas. Okay. Only bromine is a non-metal that is liquid in state. Okay. So this was all about the properties of non-metals. Few things also I will be telling you more about non-metals. So let's see some of the exceptions of non-metals also. We have seen the exceptions of metals. Now we will be seeing the exceptions of non-metals. We all know that non-metals are rough surface. They are not shiny. Okay. But there are few non-metals like iodine and graphite is a non-metal that is mysterious. Means they are shiny metallic they are. They are like a shiny metal. Okay, so the exception is iodine and graphite. Fine. Another exception is that we all know that carbon is a non-metal and carbon has got different forms, means it has a different allotropes. Okay. So if we talk about the allotrope of a carbon, one of the allotrope of a carbon is a diamond. Okay. So carbon के पास क्या होता है? इसके allotropes होते हैं. ओके, डिफरेंट एलोट्रॉप्स होते हैं कार्बन के और दो एलोट्रॉप हैं जैसे कि एक डायमंड है और दूसरा है ग्रेफाइट. ओके, so diamond और graphite दोनों being a non-metal they have some exceptions. Okay, so diamond being a allotrope of a carbon is the hardest natural substance. जबकि हमने यहाँ पे क्या पढ़ा था कि non-metal जो होता है वो is not hard, it's soft, but metals are hard. But there is an exception that diamond is hard, being a non-metal also. Okay. Thirdly, what we have studied that non-metals have a low melting point. Okay. But this diamond again has a very high melting and boiling point. Okay. So diamond is a one big exception in case of non-metals. It is hard and has a high melting and boiling point. Okay. Another allotrope of a carbon is a graphite. We have studied that non-metals do not conduct electricity. They are a good insulator. Okay. But in case of graphite, it is a good conductor of electricity. Okay. So this was all about metals and non-metals. You have seen that how they differ with each other. Okay. Metals are shiny, non-metals are rough. Metals are hard, non-metals are soft. Metals are malleable, non-metals are non-malleable. Metals are ductile, non-metals are not ductile. One thing I would like to tell you is students often say that they get confused how to learn which is a metal and which is a non-metal. Okay. So the best thing I would like to tell you is that non-metal, non है यहाँ पे, non है या no है या not, कुछ भी कह लो आप. No no तो है सब में. आप अगर देखोगे तो most of the properties जो होंगी non-metals की वो not ही होंगी. Not hard, not malleable, not ductile, not good conductor of heat, not good conductor of electricity, नॉट वाले हैं, नॉट हार्ड, नॉट मेलेबल, मतलब नहीं है ये सारी चीजें। और मेटल्स के नॉर्मल है, हार्ड है, लस्टीरियस है, मेलेबल है, डक्टाइल। ओके, सो दिस इज द बेस्ट फंडा to remember what is the property of a metal and non-metal, because most of the students they keep on asking that we get confused that which was the property of a metal and which was the property of a non-metal. अब हार्ड आपको याद है तो आपको याद आ जाएगा कि मेटल तो हार्ड था और नॉन मेटल जो है कि हार्ड नहीं था, नॉट हार्ड, नॉन मेटल नॉट हार्ड, नॉन मेटल नॉन मेलेबल, नॉन मेटल नॉन डक्टाइल। ओके, जस्ट ट्राई टू रिमेंबर बाय these things. Okay, so here we have seen the properties, physical properties of materials of metal and non-metal. Okay, now there are a few questions which are to be answered for your exam also and for your future knowledge also and for clearing your concept also. Okay, so the first question is why metals are good conductor of electricity, whereas non-metals are not. Okay, so what's the reason for that? अभी तो हमने ये पढ़ लिया कि हाँ मेटल्स भाई गुड कंडक्टर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी के, नॉन मेटल्स आर नॉट। व्हाई? ऐसा क्या है मेटल में, ऐसा क्या है नॉन मेटल में कि ऐसा होता है? सो इफ वी सी इन मेटल्स, द एटम्स ऑफ मेटल्स, जो एटम्स होते हैं मेटल के, दे हैव द वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन दैट आर वेरी लूजली हेल्ड, मींस इनके जो वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन हैं, एटम्स हैं जो मेटल्स के, इनके वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर लूजली बाउंड और यू कैन से दे आर वेरी फ्री टू मूव। ओके, दे आर लूजली बाउंड बाय द न्यूक्लियस, बाय द न्यूक्लियस। न्यूक्लियस क्या करता है? वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन को बहुत ही लूजली बाउंड करता है, टाइटली नहीं बाउंड करता है। वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर लूजली बाउंड एंड दे आर मोबाइल और यू कैन से फ्री टू मूव। अब इलेक्ट्रॉन्स फ्री हैं मूव करने के लिए, न्यूक्लियस का पकड़ नहीं है इलेक्ट्रॉन्स पे ज्यादा, न्यूक्लियस ने उसको लूजली छोड़ दिया है कि हाँ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जो है you can go pass and move. Okay, so क्या होता है जब इलेक्ट्रॉन्स फ्री है मूव करने के लिए, तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की क्या डेफिनेशन है? मूवमेंट ऑफ चार्ज, मूवमेंट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स अगर होगा तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी प्रोड्यूस होगी। ओके, सो यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स फ्री हैं, चार्जेस फ्री हैं मूव करने के लिए, तो जब इलेक्ट्रॉन्स मूव करेंगे, फ्री है मूव करने के लिए, मींस इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का प्रोडक्शन हो रहा है। That's why metals are good conductor of electricity. I hope this concept is very clear to you. Non-metals के केस में क्या होता है ये देखते हैं। तो non-metals की बात करें, okay? So in case of non-metals, the atoms they held their valence electron very firmly by the nucleus. Okay, valence electron are held very tightly, you can say tightly by the nucleus. ठीक है, न्यूक्लियस बहुत टाइटली इसको हेल्ड करता है अपने पास, दे आर टाइटली होल्डेड। ओके, now the question is, if the electrons are not mobile, they are not free to move. तो जब electrons का movement नहीं होगा तो मतलब charge का movement नहीं हो रहा, और charge का movement नहीं होगा तो electricity का production नहीं होगा. So they are the poor conductor of electricity or bad conductor of electricity. Okay, I hope the concept is clear. The only thing important thing to remember is that the electrons are very free to move in case of metals. That's why they conduct electricity. In non-metals, they are very tightly bound by the nucleus. They are not mobile. So in case of non-metals, they could not conduct electricity. They are a poor conductor of electricity. Okay. Now the next question. Okay. Next question is that why metals have higher melting point than non-metals. Okay, metals की melting point higher होती है हमने देखा as compared to non-metals. Non-metals के पास low melting point होती है, but ऐसा होता क्यों है? Why is it so? Okay, so what happens if we look for metals? These metals, what have they have the strongest chemical bond. Metals के पास क्या होते हैं? Strongest chemical bond. Okay, metals के पास strongest chemical bond होते हैं. Okay, this is a metallic property. Strongest chemical bond होते हैं. तो अब क्या है? Chemical bond बहुत strong है. तो अब अगर आप chemical bonding, कोई भी bonding बहुत strong है तो आप उनको break करना चाहोगे, तो what you need? You need lot of energy to break it. If you want to break it, you need lot of energy. Okay? Normal आप अपने घर में भी देख लीजिए, simple सा cake है. If you want to break it, you don't need any energy. But अगर कोई hard सी चीज है, you have to break that. You need lots of energy to break it. Same is the case with metals also. Metals have a strong chemical bond. So to break these bonds, you need lot of energy. Lot of energy is required to break these metals. And when you measure heat, heat is measured as a unit of energy. Heat is measured as a unit of energy. That's why the boiling point requires lots of heat. Okay? That's why they have a high melting point or boiling point as compared to non-metals. Okay? I hope this must be clear to you. Now the next thing is that why metals are sonorous, means they give a ringing sound, while non-metals are not. Okay, so we have seen that metals produce a ringing sound. I have told you the example of ringing bell at your school and all. So what gives it a ringing sound, whereas not to non-metal? So these metals, they are very heavy. Metals जो होते हैं वो बहुत heavy होते हैं as compared to non-metals. Non-metals are light in weight. Okay, heavy भी हैं and they are also hard. Whereas non-metals are light in weight as compared to metals and they are soft. So they are heavy, they are hard, so they produce sound. That's why they produce So this was all about the part 1, in which we have discussed different properties of materials, that is the different elements, the metals and non-metals. We have seen all the exceptions also, how there are some exceptions. We have also seen the explanations also. Okay, explanation for the property. So this was all about the part 1. Here I end up my part 1. In the part 2, we shall be discussing about the chemical reactions occurring in materials. Okay, in that we shall be seeing different reactions, how these metals and non-metals, they react with different elements, oxygen and all, acids and all. Okay, so this was all for today. If you like my video, please give a like button, and if you have not subscribed our channel All New Scholar yet, please do subscribe it, because we daily upload one video. So this will be very beneficial to you. If you will subscribe it, you will get a notification whenever we upload a video. Okay, so this was all for today. One thing more I would like to add on, that you can go in Google Play, just download our app. It's with the name CSCS e-learning solution. Okay, and you can also find our mail ID in our description box. If you have any query, you can just mail us. Go through the app, there you will find interesting videos. PDF notes are also there, MCQ questions are there, you can give online tests for there. And if you are interested in the live classes, we conduct live classes also. Okay, so there will be a one-to-one interaction between a student and a teacher. It will be not a messy like a class. So just go through the app and subscribe our channel. Thank you.